TV channel in YouTube and Facebook.
Okay, good evening itself. Tonight itself, right, it's our honor to have the Mr. Victor. Okay, Mr. Victor is featured in different places like Money Mind in Channel News Asia. Victor, are you there? Can you show your slides right now? Cannot hear you. Can you test your volume? I still cannot hear you. Nope, still cannot. Can you try your volume again?
Can you
Now
hear?
better. Yeah, now can hear already. Yep.
Can
Okay.
hear.
So yeah, let's put a hand to welcome. Victor, can you try?
Okay, sorry for the slight delay. Now, I hope everybody had your dinner and hope you had a good weekend and ready for tomorrow. Okay, now, I always start with this because eventually when you guys to do trading, you become a dealer. Okay, so once a dealer, always a dealer. Now, just to give you a slight intro, I know there's some repeats in the group. For those of you who are new, there's about a couple or 3 or 4 of you. I started my career in 1983 at Bank of America as a trainee dealer, and then I went to Citibank as senior dealer in 1985. I left Citibank in 1991 to be a treasury manager, and eventually in 98, I pursued a career in private banking with HSBC. I left in 2006 to be a currency analyst with Informa Global Markets before semi-retiring in 2017. So now at the moment, I'm doing part-time lecturing at SMU, at Kaplan, and also trainer for the Skill Futures Fundamental of Forex Trading, Hedging, and Risk Management course, and as well as trading, of course, still trading for myself, still trading for clients who want me to trade for them. I am always available because I enjoy trading. Okay, trading and training are my passion. I was lecturer and trainer at the Institute of Banking and Finance for many central banks, including MAS, Central Bank of Macau, Bank Negara, and I also featured on Money Mind several times in the past. And I was also a panel speaker at the NUS Econometric Studies Unit as an FX expert, and I recently participated in the U of Essex and Kaplan Symposium on Alternative Financing. This one was a very interesting symposium because we talk about alternative financing, we talk about alternative investment, and the subject of mimification came about. And I think you all know what is mimification, Robinhood, GameStop, cryptos, okay, it all came out. So a lot of changes over the last 20 years in the financial markets, but nothing actually has changed in terms of foreign exchange. Is still there. In terms of gold, instead of stocks, it's still there. So we'll continue to have those, all right, going forward. Okay, now, where to for the New Zealand dollars? Those of you who have followed me for some time now, over the last weeks, right, I've spoken a lot on the New Zealand dollars because I think that this is a currency which is still worth going in. All right, later on I'll tell you why. Okay, but actually last week was quite bad because it was crushed by the RBNZ decision to leave rates unchanged at its recent meeting. Okay, because of the COVID. Right, the market was very sure, and I was very sure that the central bank, New Zealand central bank, will hike rates. But of course, because of the COVID, because of the cases that came out, they left rates unchanged, and then of course the New Zealand dollars got sold off. And also at the same time, because the COVID situation became quite bad globally, the risk sentiment changed to being very risk averse. So therefore, during periods where where the sentiment is risk averse, the US dollars become a little bit stronger. Okay, so it actually dropped by more than 3% last week, but it has since stabilized above the 0.6800 handle. And I think in the short term, in the very short term, there will still be some pressure because people still want to sell, but it will probably drift up, right, over time. Because in the RBNZ statement, it is very important. Okay, that's why sometimes you have to know fundamentals, you have to know economics, you have to know politics, because this will affect currencies. The statement says that they are committed to hike rates probably in October and December, which will provide further support to the Kiwi. Of course, this one will all hinge on whether the COVID situation is getting better, all right, or whether it has COVID is so-called under control in New Zealand. Then they will hike rates. And because they did not hike rates last week, if the COVID situation improves so much, so over September and October, you may see the central bank hike rates by even 0.5% instead of the normal 1/4%, right? So maybe 0.5% in October, 0.5% in 1/4% in December, and that will bring the Kiwi rates up to about 1%, okay, which is the highest among the developed nations. So given that, okay, and given that the market is now net short of New Zealand dollars, it was a bit long, not everybody went to go short, the chances of a fierce correction is very high. All right, so there will still be people who want to sell. Tomorrow morning, they will still sell some. But I think, the selling is going to slow down over the next few days, over the next few weeks. Okay, and also something important is going to come up over the next few days, which is a Jackson Hole Symposium. Okay, so there will be some Federal Reserve members who were hawkish previously. People like Kaplan, people like Bostic, right? They were all hawkish. Hawkish means they want to taper, they want to hike interest rates. Now Kaplan says, oh no, because of the COVID, because of Delta variant, I will have to alter my views a little bit. That means I think tapering in September, we may not have it because of the Delta variant. So they have started to change because of Delta variant. So if that is the case, that means the likelihood of US interest rate hike, all right, is going to be less. And if it's going to be less, that means there is a very good chance that the US dollar will decline over the next few weeks, from next week into September and possibly into October, depending on how the market looks at employment, how the market looks at inflation. Okay, so I will be looking to buy dips towards the 0.6800 or 0.6810 level with a stop below 67.50 for a move towards 0.689000, which is 0.69, or up to 0.6930. I think there's a very good chance it will get there. Okay, And later on, I'll repeat again. The US dollars, the index, they call it the DXY index, is actually now at the resistance level of 93.50. All right. From here to 94.20, 94.40, it's going to be a struggle. And even if it goes to 94.40, which is another about 0.75%, right? Which means if you translate into New Zealand dollars, it's about 40 points, 50 points. All right. So if you buy at 68.00, about 0.75%, let's say it dropped, it's about 40, 50 points. So your 67.50 is a good stop. That means you want to put at 67.40, it's also not bad. All right. And you get probably double the returns. All right. 50 points against 100 points. All right. So I think it's a good risk reward because you are doing it at a very low level. Okay. So that is the New Zealand dollars, the direction. All right. Over the next few days. Now, what about Aussie? Okay. Now, Aussie is vulnerable to more losses. Why do I say that? Okay, the Aussie, like its Kiwi cousin, also suffered a 3% decline on the back of rising COVID infections and risk aversion. Okay, which also, of course, gave the US dollar a prop. Okay, now, New Zealand down 3%, Aussie down 3%. Because they are almost the same. They are in the same vicinity, all right, in the southern hemisphere. But then for Australia, with cases rising in New South Wales and no end in sight, I believe that there is scope for Aussie US to slip towards the 0.750, 0.760 level over the coming days. It's a very good chance. Okay. And I think the RBA, that means the Reserve Bank of Australia, who will meet on September 7th, is also likely to be dovish in its decision. Why? To help provide support for the Australian economy ravaged by COVID-19. Okay, so if you realize, the New South Wales cases has been going higher and higher and higher. Now I think it's like 600 to 700. And that's a lot. Okay. And mind you, this one is very important. There are less than 30% of Australians who are vaccinated. So they have very, very big problems. Okay. So they really have to, over the next few months, get their vaccination levels higher. All right. Or else they will have very, very big problems. Because COVID, and we all know COVID, it's not going to stop. If you're not vaccinated, you come into contact with the Delta variant, you will get it straight away. All right. We are able to relax a little bit. Why? Because we are like 70 to 75% now. By September, we are 80%. All right. Hopefully by October, we are 90%. Once you have 90%, in a sense, you have herd immunity. That means 90% of the population have 2 vaccinations. It's very difficult for the virus to really affect seriously all the population. You will get just like a flu, but you're not going to get very, very sick. All right. So eventually your body will develop resistance to it. And eventually we can fly. Of course, now, the news is that we can fly to Germany very soon, and we can fly to Brunei. All right. Eventually Taiwan will open, and then there's more and more countries open. Unfortunately, we will not fly to India. We will not fly to Thailand, Myanmar. All these countries are very dangerous, okay? Because their vaccination rates are very, very low. And of course, our northern neighbor, very sad, but their cases also keep on going higher and higher. All right, so it's very dangerous to go. Okay, so that will continue to weigh heavily on the Aussie. And since the Kiwi is likely to be steady, all right, because the RBNZ will hike rates once COVID disappears. I wouldn't say disappear completely, once it becomes stabilized in New Zealand. Okay? And because they're still hawkish means they want to raise interest rates. I believe, okay, that the Aussie Kiwi will continue to trend lower over coming weeks. Okay, we still prefer, all right, to sell rallies towards 104.70 to 105, all right, for about 250 to even 300, 2 to 250 point profit. And I think it will get there gradually, but it will get there due to the fact that the Aussie is probably going to weaken while the Kiwi will strengthen. Okay, now I've spoken about New Zealand, I've spoken about Aussie. Does anyone have any question on these two currencies? Anyone? You can go on the chat. Anybody? Nobody? All okay? All happy with the presentation so far? I'm very sure some of you have, but shy to ask. Okay, but never mind. If you're shy to ask, then never mind. We can keep it until we end the session. Okay. All right. So if nobody has any questions, I will go to the next currency. Euro. Okay, the euro hit Euro US. Okay, hit new 2021 lows, but it is finding support now. All right, it's finding very good. Okay, unlike like all the other currencies, the euro was also crushed by the rampaging US dollars on the back of rising risk aversion, again due to rising Delta variant cases. However, it has weathered the Delta variant infections far better than the commodity currencies, right? Which is the Aussie, the Kiwi, the Canadian, mainly due to its high vaccination rates. Okay, vaccination rates in Germany, France, Spain, they're all very high. So market reckon they will come out of this much earlier. All right. Now, the US, at one point, they were the highest in the world at about 70%. All right, along with UK. But it has stopped there. Because those who have attended my sessions over the last few weeks, you will know that I'm going to tell you the same thing. The 70% is probably the max that they're going to get. Unless they come out with some kind of law that states that if you don't get vaccinated, you'll be charged or you'll be put in jail. But that one cannot be done in the US. Okay? That country is First Amendment. I have my rights. You cannot force me to vaccinate. So there's 30% in the US who will not vaccinate because they said no use. We just don't want to get vaccinated. So 30% is actually 100 million people in the US not getting vaccinated. So you tell me, that's why the US, the rates have gone up again. Now it's like 140,000 a day. Delta variant. Right? So US may slow down, okay? And if US does slow down, the inflation will slow down. Demand slows down. Retail sales slows down. Inflation slows down. They will not talk about tapering and the dollar will decline. Okay? To me personally, I see the dollar upside as very, very limited from here. All right? I would rather look to sell dollars than to buy dollars. All right? So if the PMI manufacturing and services data due tomorrow shows mild losses. All right. That is PMI, manufacturing and services out of Europe, Germany, France. If it shows mild losses, the Euro USD may recover further from its current 1.1700 handle. Okay. So, of course, the major risk, all right, is that the spread of Delta variant cases becomes so horrible that risk aversion goes higher, then dollar will, of course, go a bit higher. Right? But I think market has priced that in. So therefore, there will be strong support at 1.1670 and for the time being, resistance at 1.173040. Okay, so you can actually make money from around these levels. Okay. I finished this part of the presentation again. That means today I did Aussie, I did Kiwi, I did Euro. Any questions? 3 currencies. I'm very sure you all have questions. Anybody? No? Oh, today we're very quiet. Super quiet. Okay. I will ask this question. How is your trading? Okay. Now, those who are currently trading foreign exchange and you feel that your performance is not up to where you want it to be, or you simply don't have enough time to monitor the market, you can join the SCCI Market Tips chat group where you will get daily trading views with entry and stop loss and take profit levels. Okay, just now when I was talking about Kiwi, I was talking about Aussie, I was talking about Euro, I just gave you a level, support level, resistance level, you know. But if you do join the SCCI Market Tips group, every day you will get at least 1, if not 2, sometimes 3, trading views where somebody in the group or even myself, we can come in and say, hey, it's a good time to buy Aussie. Hey, it's a good time to buy Euro, something like that. And then if you want to, if it's in line with what you're thinking of, you can go in and buy. Okay. So you will get trading views and you also be part of a group, right, of active FX investors to learn from them and they from you. That way, you will sharpen your trading skills. Okay, now the fee, I just spoke to a friend just about 2-3 hours ago. I told him I have this little chat group with SCCI and I say I charge $100 per annum or 28 cents per day. Now it's for the last 2%. 5% just took up last few days. So down there, there's next 7, right? So now it only left 2. I think 1 or 2. So after this 2, it will go up to either 120 or 130. So please join early to avoid paying the slightly higher prices later. So my friend laughed at me, you know, he says, why you charge like that? So cheap. How are you? I go and charge $100 per month, okay? Instead of per annum. All right? I used to pay $150 US per month subscription following one guy. That was like 18, 19 years ago. All right. That time I was not very familiar yet, you know. I just came out of the bank, right, and starting to do my own stuff. Okay, so if you're keen, please contact me at 9452-1922. All right, and then I can give you details on how to go about doing it. Okay, now, so I end the session, this part of the session, but it's not ended yet. And then I'll go to the next part of the session where I'll talk about something else for those of you who are not familiar, okay, with foreign exchange. Now, risk management, I believe, is the key to longevity. If you want to last very long, okay, in trading, you have to have good risk management in place. Okay, I know there are many people who make good profits, but they allow those profits to disappear. They gave those profits back to the market. All right, so eventually after trading for a few months, they either lose money, lose everything, or they just simply give up because they say it's too difficult. All right, so risk management is very, very important. And the next question that I always ask is, why are many bank dealers profitable? All right, simply two good reasons. All right, one, why bank dealers make money is because they get trained very well by the senior dealers, by the chief dealers. Secondly, why a high percentage of retail FX investors lose money? Because they do not get sufficient training, or they only train on one side of the equation. Okay, that means they either train fundamentals, which is what I like to do, which is politics, economics, news, or technicals, which is charting. All right. So if you only use one method, you don't normally last very long. Right? You don't last long. After sometimes 1 year, 2 years, you're gone already. Right? Because it gets very tiring. So I have trained many dealers, all right, in the banks and in the central banks. So what I'm doing is because my passion is still training and still trading, I am now bringing this to the public via the Skill Futures, Forex trading, hedging, and risk management course. All right, so if you all do not have any inkling of what is foreign exchange, how people trade foreign exchange, what affect the foreign exchange market, the currencies, as an FX investor or as an FX hedger, you can attend this course. Because you know why? Why? 95% of FX investors lose money. I'm not joking. Only 5% make money. And that 5%, 5%, okay, let's say we take a number. Let's say that 5% is 100,000 of them. But out of the 100,000 who are FX, who make money, who are FX investors, who make money, out of the 100,000, let's say 5% for 100,000, 90,000 or more are ex-dealers. Right? If you're a pure, you just come out and trade FX, no training, whatever, you come out. If you don't believe me, you go and ask them. Very few people make it because they don't have the training. All right? They don't have. I just spoke today to one of my students. He says, wow, tough market, lose money. All right? Lose money. Okay, so what is the Skill Futures course? It will also teach you that foreign exchange movements can have a great impact on your profits, on your bottom line. How do you go about hedging your exposure? Okay, you will learn during the course. Okay, my example is my friend who owns a chemical company. Okay, and found out that he's always had a shortfall, okay, of his profits. Why? When we look at his invoices, we found out on many occasions, right, that he always buy a currency high that he has to pay, but he always, or most of the time, he sells a currency low when he receives that currency to convert into Sing. So he gets hit both sides, buying a currency that he needs to pay at a high level and selling a currency he needs to convert into Sing dollars at a low level. So he gets hit both sides, double whammy. Okay, so after attending the course, he found out, hey, not bad, I can cover now, and I can also trade FX to make some money, which he did. All right, he made some money by attending the course that I conducted, but that was 20 years ago. Then people said, wow, 20 years ago, so long. Anything changed? FX don't change. The quotation is still the same. Aussie US is quoted AUD USD. US against Sing is USD SGD. It's still the same quotation. There's no change. The only change is the market has changed. So when the market has changed the way it trades, you have to follow that market, all right, changes and go with it. Otherwise, you will lose money. Okay. So I will also try and cover that part during the course itself. All right. It's a course that will give you a new skill after attending the course, in which you learn how to trade foreign exchange and other assets classes. Okay. Now, the new skill that you learn, I mean, if you can do, some of you, I don't know, some of you may do copy trading or that. You copy somebody do the trade, you just copy exactly the trade. But you're not learning anything. All right. So one day the guy stopped trading. Let's say you copy me. All right. I'm already 67 plus. I trade. 2 years later, I say, at the age of 70, I give up. I say, too tiring to trade. I give up. Then I give up. Then you say, how come? Then now, how am I going to do? You don't know how to trade. Correct. So, but when you learn this course, it's like, it's a similar example. The fish. You give the guy a fish. All right, he'll eat the fish tomorrow. There's no more fish. But you teach him how to fish. He eats the fish today. Tomorrow he'll go fish for another fish. And he'll keep on eating the fish. All right. So, and during this pandemic, during this type of times, and it's very, very difficult, my dear friends, how this situation is going to pan out over the next 1, 2, 3 years. We don't know. We don't know how the virus is going to act. All right, we cannot say, by next year gone. There's no such thing as that. The Americans thought the virus is going to go by end of this year. And now you look, we are almost end of the year, and it's not going anywhere. It's going higher. So, if there is another bout of a variant, maybe more infectious or more dangerous, then they may ask you to stay at home. Or imagine you stay at home for another month, can go mad. But if you learn a skill, you learn to trade, never mind, I go at home, I just learn how to trade. You don't have to trade very big. You trade small, you make $30, $40, but that will keep you occupied. That will give you a skill that you can make money even from home. Okay? And then after that, you'll be part of a chat group where you will enhance your knowledge on foreign exchange and also receive trading ideas. Okay, so again, please do not hesitate to call me 9452-1922 for more information on registering for the course, or you can scan the QR code to register. Okay, the code will come out later. I'll give you some time to scan it. Okay, for those who are Singaporeans, okay, of course, for those who are Malaysians or Indonesians or ASEAN members or whatever other than Singaporeans, you are still welcome to attend the course, but unfortunately, you have to pay cash. Singaporeans 25 and above, as long as you have Skill Futures credit in your account, $500, you can claim that $500 for the cost, because the cost is $500. For those of you who are more than 25 years old, let's say 30 years old, or better still, 40 years old, I think 40 to 55 years old, you have 1,500 in your account. All right. So you can use 500 to attend the course. It's sponsored by the government, so-called, because it's in your account, and you learn a skill. Okay. So you actually have a lot more to gain than to lose by attending the course. Okay. What you will receive after attending the one-day course, you'll get support from me. All right, I will put you in a chat group. I will share regular updates on Forex movements, macroeconomic news in a WhatsApp chat community group of learners. Okay, so you will learn from like-minded people, okay, how to trade how to put your stop losses, how to take profit. Normally, when I put my take profit level in the group chat, right, the paid group chat, the $100 one, I will put an entry level. I will also put exit level, stop loss. Take profit, sometimes I leave it open. Why? So that you will have that option of getting out whenever you want to get out. Okay, some people say, I prefer to take profit early. You can, all right? It's not wrong, right? But some people say, I want to wait a bit longer. You also can, all right? So it depends on your risk appetite. Okay, the next course is actually next week, next Saturday, or rather this coming Saturday. You can still register, you know, you've got about 2-3 days more to register if you want to register. Or else there's another one that is coming on the 18th of September. So you can also do that if you want to. And after that, when you do that, you receive 2 complimentary ebooks and one, the number one, okay, it's called Maximizing Profits and Minimizing Losses in FX Trading. This is one where I will talk about Fed watching, how to watch the Federal Reserve, and money management and risk management, right? To teach you how to maintain, how to watch your margins, how to watch your leveraging, all right? Many FX investors don't watch that and they get killed, they get massacred, okay? If you don't watch that, if you don't learn that. And sad to say, many trainers do not care about that part. They just want you to open account, do whatever you want to do, and then trade. Because why? You open account, they get some referral, they get some rebates, they get whatever. Okay? I am here to train and to educate people on foreign exchange. For me, it's at the end already. I mean, I'm almost, 67.5, going to be 70 soon. So, no point for me to go and do all this, okay? So my thing is still to educate and to empower people. Now, you also get a introductory guides to FX market and trading, and that one is on fundamentals and becoming a trading master book. That one is on technicals, on charting, okay? So you have all the things that you need to start your trading journey. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes to scan this. All right, this is the registration for the 100% Skill Futures course. Right, so it's $500. You can claim all the 500. So, of course, some of you who may not have 500, who may have 350, oh, you're still welcome to join. You use 350 of your Skill Futures and you pay 150 in cash. Okay, it is still workable. All right, this coming one on the 28th, there's a couple of people. One lady said, oh, Victor, I only have 270 left in my account. So I said, never mind. You pay you claim 270 and you pay 270 in cash. No problem. We accept that as well. Okay. Now, I told you earlier on already, right? Joining my chat group. The course is a good refresher for those who are currently trading FX and who want a different perspective on what to look out for. If you believe you have adequate knowledge in the technicalities of the FX market, but still need some help, you can join the chat group where I'll give daily calls on the market. There will be at least one call to buy or sell a currency pair with entry or exit stop loss. Okay, 1 or 2 more person will pay $100. After this, it will go up. All right, I started at 80. Now it's 100. It'll probably go to 120 or 130 after this round. All right, so don't forget, once you pay 100 this year, next year, when you renew, when you want to continue, you also pay 100. By next year, maybe it would have gone up to like 300 already, all right? But you still pay 100. Right, so please don't wait until you reach the 300 mark and then say, yeah, now that I want to do 300. Okay, I'm not rushing you all All right, just like I told the first 10 who say, hey, you all join 80, yeah? You all don't join, your problem. So the first 10, 8 of them very quickly, then left 2. Finally, they did it, and now the next 8 has gone $100 already. Right? So 2 more after this, it become 120 or 150. I told you I used to pay 150 a month for this kind of service. However, I want to help build a strong trading community where all of us can be profitable. Now, when you join this group, every day we will talk on the chat and we will come out and say, that means just not one trading view and then that's it. No. Over the course of the day, you will get ideas to buy, to sell, to whatever. So it's always on the go. And like I didn't talk about gold, all right? But I will talk about gold in the chat group. Where I see gold. Sometimes in the chat group, I also talk about crypto. Where I see crypto, all right? Of course, I cannot talk this in this presentation. It's too short, all right? But if you join the chat group, we are there for like 16 hours a day, and we can talk about everything, all right? With regards to trading. Okay, so just hope you all, if you want to, you are welcome to join. If you want to wait, then of course you can wait. But of course you wait. Of course, some people say, yeah, never mind, 100 to go up 120, another $20, never mind. Okay, you can, you're welcome to do that. Okay. Now there's some testimonials there. Okay, and the first one I like because he's from my guy. I always like to use him. He did my FX course, some about 3 to 4 years ago. All right, and after that he came out, he put in 10K, and he made 100K. No, sorry, he made 100%, which is another 10K, within 4 months. Okay, so he says, for someone new to Forex, this group has helped me in marrying the macro indicators with the trade strategies. And then this guy, the second guy, the analysis of the economic indicators is great, and the overall result is good because why? He is a technical person. He used charts. Now, with economic indicators, it helps him to marry both, and he is getting better results than previous. And then the third guy says, I find it difficult because he doesn't have time. But of course, when he joined the group, he was able to do more trades, was more profitable. And the last one says, oh, my daily trading views is very good as it has got good risk management. Okay, so I hope to see many of you soon to help you in your trading journey. And for those of you who don't have accounts yet with any of the platforms, when you attend the course, I can also help you to earn $250 risk-free, free money. I'm not joking, friends. This is real. For those of you who have no platform, those of you who have platform, I have to know which platform. Otherwise, those with no platform, I can help you make $250 cash, and that will actually get you started on your Forex journey. All right. Of course, this will be revealed during the course if you do come for the course. Okay. So thank you for hearing me out today. I hope my short presentation will give you a heads up for the week ahead to make some money. All right. Over the next few days. For those of you who have accounts, for those of you no accounts, please feel free to join the course. I welcome you, and I am very sure you will learn quite a lot. All right, when you attend the course. Thank you so much once again, and hope to see you soon. Yeah. Hello. Hi, hi. Can you all hear me? Okay, I'm going to leave soon. Bye. Hi, Joe. Are you there, Joe? Or just leave.